Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, just west of downtown Atlanta. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson. The kicker is Cade York. He's got this one set to get started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons set to take over here on offense.
Ready.
They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another. Let's go.
On first down, right back to Robinson. He'll get him behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Leighton Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
A 7-yard gain.
Get it?
That's another.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
On the give, it's Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. 7th play of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. In this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
We met with them the other day, Mike, and the offensive coordinator, he went out of his way. He was adamant that they felt really good early in this game. There was a lot of things on this opening script they could do to attack this defense. Well, needless to say, I don't think giving up a sack on the first play was what he had in mind, and now they face a 2nd and long. They got to get back on track.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
On the double.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
The Saints. First down.
One of the tight ends motions right.
And the Saints. First down.
Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Shotgun snap here for Rattler. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What great work. Just keep those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. So that brings up 4th down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. He's going to look. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short game.
He's across midfield. Look at the big guy rumble. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, at your old position, you're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
The Saints offense are now ready to get going on their second possession. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
A play fake. They'll throw with Rattler. That's swung out to ETN.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
This one finds McConkey. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. As they've got it with 1st and 10.
Here we go. 10 black. Cut.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
On 3rd down, it's Rattler. Right side to Olave. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Out of the pistol, Algier. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. A.J. Terrell up for the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Let's go now. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Rattler. And that is incomplete. Michael Mayer, the tight end, was targeted with that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down. York's kick is good. And the Saints are on the board. It's now 10-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The Falcons offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. And he has been a big play guy all season. Currently ranked among the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Another run here for Robinson. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
9 yards. And the Falcons, first down.
And here's Bijan. And Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
And you talk about a guy who's been running with a purpose here in the first half, Mike. I mean, not only hitting the holes and accelerating through them, but as the numbers telling you, he might be on his way to a big, big ball game.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. Fought through that first contact. And it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
That's another Falcons first down. First down and goal to go.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal.
Ready.
They'll run with Robinson. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Robinson. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
No gain on the play. Brings up
On third and goal, Sanders forced to his right, and that is incomplete.
So while there's some temptation to go for this ball, I think the smart thing to do here is take the 3 points, make this a 2-possession game. I think he's at least considering it. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does here on 4th down. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
The Saints take over.
The Saints offense ready to get back to work. They're in a 10-point hole, 13-3, as this drive starts with first down.
Ready.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. James Pierce, he works his way in, and that's now 5 sacks for him on the year. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
60 red. Ready,
McConkey in motion. To throw on second down is Rattler. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. I'm out.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 8.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 27 yards.
On first and 10, it's Rattler. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Get started with first and 10.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On second down, here's Rattler. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run out of the gun, and this is Algier. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready? Blue check.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Algier on the ground. And this takes it into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is turning out the yards. And another 1st down.
1st down, New Orleans.
Opposite. Green.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. Not a whole lot happening there. Just a short pickup.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here we go. 50. Green.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I've seen up close and personal. When you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Headed left, buying time.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either the ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Cade York for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints are able to get it back within a score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get free.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead. That'll be intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
Blue 52. Blue 32.
The RPO. That one is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Set. Ready.
At the 31.
Out of the gun. Rattler. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. His 6th touchdown now for the season. York is good on the extra point. And the Saints will even the score here in the 3rd. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Cardinal. Here we go.
They go play action with Sanders. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 1st down.
Come on.
At the 35-yard
Cowboy
line.
80. Let's go.
As Shador on 1st down. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Kendall Fuller up to make the stop.
At the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 6. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also first down.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll take this one in. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 60 on the year.
That's the score. Falcons 20.
What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Ready?
They'll go play action here with Rattler. He'll air it out down the middle. That is brought in. And he will score. Matt McConkey. Touchdown Saints. York. Good on the extra point. The Saints will even the score here in the third. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. Uh-oh. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll start it here with a first and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not a second. He'll be taken down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage. We'll try again here. Second and 10. From the gun, it's Shador. And he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. He's got it! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Ready?
They'll come up here, first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard
70.
line.
70.
Now, Shador. Open man. That is Barr. And he'll be taken down. A big one here in the fourth quarter. Pick up of 46 yards.
Hold it ready.
Tie game, fourth quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to first and goal. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. Here's Coop for the extra point.
Youngway Koo lining up for the point.
The kick is good. And the Falcons will go up by 7.
The score, Falcons 27, Saints 20. Youngway Koo, the kickoff for Atlanta.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10.
Let's go now. 52 pull.
From the gun, here's Rattler. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. Pass complete. It's Yosiba. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. snap here for Rattler. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They run over center with Robinson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. To throw is Sanders. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Sanders. To the right. That's Pitts. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a 1st down.
Falcons 1st down.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And a nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Sanders on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right now. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Saints offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 flat.
Here's Rattler. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
That's good for a Saints.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. That one incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. To the sideline and intercepted. Picked up by Malik Mustafa.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
Throwing now, Sanders on first down. Pass caught by Bond. And he will go all the way. Isaiah Bond. Touchdown, Falcons. Who able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So out is Coot. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. The Saints offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. He'll get this out to Algier. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
Ready? 13 yards on the play. And the Saints set first down.
Black.
On first down, here's Rattler. This one finds McConkey. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. That's into the hands of Yosibach. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. First and 10.
Ready. 45.
To the air again, Rattler. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Now get to Jacobs. He'll run right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Third down and 3.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 4.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter.